The CDC director saying the agency stands by its current guidance that masks should still be worn in schools. Dr. Michelle Walensky, citing high COVID infections in the United States, telling Reuters, quote, "Now is not the moment," end quote, to end school mask mandates. But this comes as the Democratic governors of New Jersey, Delaware, Connecticut, and California just yesterday set very specific timelines to lift masking in the classroom mandates in their states. All of this is happening in a fraught situation. Masking in schools is a hot-button political issue, something my next guest, Democrat Stacey Abrams, knows well after recently being criticized for retweeting a since-deleted photo of herself maskless at a school event with a classroom of masked students sitting behind her. Out front now, Stacey Abrams, candidate in Georgia's Democratic gubernatorial primary and former Democratic leader in Georgia's House of Representatives. So, Leader Abrams, I appreciate your time. So, obviously, we've all seen the picture. We've all seen the coverage of the picture. Did you make a mistake by taking a photo maskless in the classroom when it appears that everyone else, including all the children, were wearing them?
Yes. I will say this. I went to read to kids for an African-American read-in day. I approached the podium with my mask on. I followed the protocols. I told the kids I'm taking my mask off because I'm reading to kids who are listening remotely as well. And we were socially distanced. The kids were socially distanced from me. I told them that's what I was doing. And in the excitement after I finished, because it was so much fun working with those kids, I took a picture, and that was a mistake. Protocols matter, and protecting our kids is the most important thing, and anything that can be perceived as undermining that is a mistake, and I apologize.
So let me ask you, though, because at the heart of this, I understand. So, you're apologizing for making a mistake. But at the heart of this is why we're in this situation right now to begin with, right? Some people still believe in mask mandates. Others feel that it is long past the time, especially when adults are often no longer wearing mask mandates and mandates have been lifted. Yesterday, 4 Democratic governors set specific timelines to lift mask mandates in schools in the next few weeks. The New Jersey governor, just a few moments ago, wire cross, saying he said he's received, quote, overwhelmingly positive reaction to his decision. So do you think it's time to lift these mask requirements in schools? Would you lift them if you were governor of Georgia?
COVID hygiene is going to be a point of debate for a very long time, and we can only follow the science and follow our circumstances. Unfortunately, in Georgia, we're not at a place where that conversation is ready because we have one of the lowest vaccination rates in the country. We have 40% of our counties without general pediatricians, and we've refused to expand Medicaid, so many families don't have access to health care. I believe that our job is to protect children. And I know that educators and parents have to balance protection and education, and that is a complicated issue. I think each governor has to evaluate what's happening where they are. We have to look to the CDC, but we also have to recognize that we are shifting from pandemic to endemic. Some states are going to get there faster than others. My responsibility, if I am lucky enough to be the next governor of Georgia, is to look at the science, to follow the protocols, and to set the right example. And right now, that example is that we wear masks whenever possible, but we recognize that we can't be a hard line about this because situations change and we have different moments where we have to make decisions. But in this instance, I would say that as governor of Georgia, my job will be at that time to look at the science, to look at the situation, and to make the best decision to protect our kids.
All of which I understand. At the heart of this, and I'm a parent, my kids are wearing masks in schools. They say they don't mind. But one